You're not going to believe me when I say this, but this is the first LEGO Star Wars Millennium Falcon Polybag that LEGO has ever made, unless you count this really weird one from Target in 2017 that they sold for $5 that didn't come in the normal polybag packaging. And also, what even was this? Why did they release this like this? It's so weird. So, technically they made one, but like really, in all of the years, it's kind of crazy that this is the first very normal Millennium Falcon Polybag. There was also the mini set way back in the early 2000s. It's the lost cousin of modern day polybags. They were slightly bigger, slightly nicer. But yeah, is this Millennium Falcon polybag any good? Let's find out. It's got 74 pieces, costs $5, normal price for polybags in 2025. The box art shows the Falcon flying through hyperspace, which looks really sick. It's just a really clean polybag art. I guess I said box art, polybag art. The back of the bag has all of nothing going on, so let's get into it and see what this build's like. So here it is. This is what the people have been waiting 25 years for, the Millennium Falcon polybag build. And it's all right. I think I have some aspects that I actually really love about it. So the landing gear is something that's pretty cool because it's really accurately represented for the scale. It's got the 1 foot at the front and then the double feet at the back, and I think that's just a really cool thing there. It does look kind of awkward if you don't really know what you're looking at, but it's actually pretty accurate to the actual Millennium Falcon, which is really cool. You've got the little radar dish on top. You've got your little turret on top, which both of them can move, so that's kind of neat. Obviously not a playset by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just nice to have something that can move, I guess, if you were going to maybe buy this for a kid, although I certainly don't think this is something I would, maybe there's some swooshability aspect there, but it's not really a good polybag for kids. To me, I always think of a build like this as more something aimed at an older audience that they're going to put on a shelf, or more so like a little desk display piece, like you would bring it to work, I guess, and put it on your desk or your cubicle. I don't know. That's just how I've always viewed little polybag builds like this, because there's like basically no play value here outside of swooshing it around. So I always like to think of them as something that maybe adults buy and put on their desk at work. If that's a thing you do, let me know. Now you've got the translucent blue on the back end to show the engine thrust coming out, which is nice, although it's like fairly heavily recessed into the Millennium Falcon, so I think that looks a little awkward. A lot of things are going to end up looking weird at a scale like this, but yeah, I think overall it looks quite nice. And then there's like one more thing here, the cockpit. Yeah, what's going on there? No print, no sticker even? A sticker? Couldn't do a sticker? For comparison's sake, and perhaps this is the exact reason that it's taken so long to get a Millennium Falcon polybag, is they've made a few different Millennium Falcon microfighters over the years. This is what the microfighter looks like next to it, and it has the printed cockpit piece that I would argue this polybag should certainly have. Like, LEGO Star Wars doesn't get like figures in their polybags or anything. Like, the least you could do is give a printed windscreen to a Millennium Falcon that you've already got the print designed for. Doesn't seem like that much extra money or work on anyone's part. And yeah, it looks nice on the microfighter and not as nice without it on the polybag build. I'll show it switched over in a second. I just also wanted to show, like, yeah, when you get this, because they've never made this, there's no real comparison to this, like, in this scale outside of like older mini sets and that weird polybag from 2017 like I showed. It feels so skinny because all of the microfighters are so fat, It feels like the Millennium Falcon has really been slimmed down in this case. So it is a bit awkward at first just because of what I'm so used to in all of the microfighters over the years that all share that same general shape and size. So yeah, let's switch this over. You can probably buy one of these fairly cheaply. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like a microfighter is worth going out of your way. Sorry, rather, a mini set is worth going out of your way to buy a replacement part for to improve. Because, like, I don't know, it's a mini set, but it does look better with a printed windscreen piece than without, of course. Like, that's what it should look like, I think, But, yeah, I'm not that big a fan of this. I just, it's whatever. It's a Millennium Falcon polybag. It's something that should have happened long ago, has finally happened, no surprise. And as it pertains to, like, the trend that we've seen in recent years where they're releasing a polybag that goes with a larger set within the year, it was kind of broken last year with the AAT polybag, but this continues to break that trend. That trend seems to be dead, which is kind of sad, Won't be releasing a Jango Fett Slave 1 polybag to go with the Jango Fett Slave 1 UCS set. Just one of those oddities of LEGO Star Wars that, like, trends start and stop on a dime. And this is, what I mean when I talk about it in videos all the time, that, it's a trend until it's not, and that's just kind of always how it's going to work. So that is the Millennium Falcon polybag. It's fine. Buy it if you want it. Don't if you don't. It's $5. It's worth the money, I guess. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. You can check out more LEGO Star Wars 2025 set reviews on the end screen now.